Over the years, I've been able to build multiple businesses, some more successful than others, some businesses flop. In this video, what I want to do is share some of the key principles that I've been able to acquire that I feel attributed to the success that I've been able to have over the years. And my hope is that by the end of this video, you'll be able to have enough information, enough ammo that you can take and apply it into your life to be able to achieve anything that you want as well. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? It's Jamel Gibbs, your family-oriented entrepreneur. Welcome to another video. I really wanted to put this video together because I believe that this is where it all starts, right? If you skip this step, you won't have any success in your life. So this is something that you need in order to be able to achieve what you want. And the problem is most people skip this step, and that's mindset. You got to get your mind right first. If you come in to any business, I don't care if it's real estate, I don't care if you're trying to lose weight, I don't care if you're trying to have family success. If you come into anything without having the right mindset, then you're never going to achieve what you set yourself out to achieve. So it all starts with your mind, what's in between your ears, and then that's going to equate to the success that you have in the long run. Now, there's 4 key pillars that I live by: my spiritual life, my family life, my health and fitness, and my financial life. So my spiritual life is, to me, the most important part of my life. It's the pinnacle of all of these other principles. The next part of that would be my health and fitness. Obviously, if I'm taking care of my body, then I can achieve everything else. I can take care of everything else that I need to take care of. For example, my family. The reason why health and fitness becomes before my family is because if I'm not healthy, I can't take care of my family, right? And then my family comes into play. Now, to me, having a strong family unit allows me to move and maneuver the way I need to maneuver in order to be able to take care of them. And a key part to that is having a strong partner. To me, my wife plays a major part in the success I've been able to have over the years. She takes a complete load off my back that I don't have to worry about and really complements the success I've been able to have because of what she's able to handle that I don't have to worry about at the end of the day. When you have a strong partnership, obviously that carries over into having a strong family unit as well. But then you also have the financial aspect. Now, the financial aspect is nothing more than a tool. Money is nothing more than a tool that allows you to accomplish things. That's something I learned when I was down on Wall Street at 19 years old. Money allows you to do things. So when you use money the right way, you can fund your future that you're looking to build for you and your family and be able to live life without having a ton of worry. But money is a tool that will allow you to experience things, right? So again, these 4 key principles that I live by, these 4 key pillars, I call them, are my spiritual health, my health and fitness, my family health, and my financial health. In order for me to be successful in all of these things, there's certain things, certain key principles that need to be in place. And I realized that needed to be in place over the years in order for me to really be able to achieve anything that I set my mind out or I set my heart out to achieve. So what are these key principles that I take and apply into my life in order for me to be able to live by those 4 key pillars that we just talked about? And let's call these the 4 cheat codes to success that you need in order to be able to achieve what you want out of life. The first one is having the right goals in place. Right now, I know you hear it all the time. You got to set goals. If you don't have a goal, then you're planning to go nowhere. Right? There's a lot of key phrases, a lot of fancy phrases that people use in order to be able to help you to understand that you need to set goals for yourself. But here's the deal. You don't get into a car without having a destination. So imagine getting into a car and not having a destination. Where do you think you're going to end up? Honestly, you're probably going to circle the block a few times and end up right back where you started. And that's because you don't have set goals in place. So the first thing is know where you're going. If you know where you're going, eventually you'll end up there and nothing's going to stop you from getting there in the first place. But here's the thing when it comes to goals. Your goals, in my opinion, should never be about you. It might start off with a thought that you had in mind on something that's going to help improve whatever it is you're trying to achieve. But really the goal is to not make your goals about you. When I first started in real estate, my goal was to make $10,000 a month. But really the goal, although it was to make $10,000 a month, the goal was never about me. That $10,000 a month was going to take care of me, my wife, and my daughter. The goal is ultimately about somebody else. It's about my family. How can I take care of my family, my financial responsibilities in order to be able to take care of my daughter, in order to be able to take care of my wife? So that $10,000 a month, initially, that was the initial goal. Obviously, it's gone up over the years because your goal is a moving target. The original goal was really about putting somebody else on my back. So in this video right here that just popped up, where I talked about fear and why people are scared to get started. In that video, I talked about why it's important for you to put somebody else ahead of yourself when you're setting your goals. Here's the idea behind that. When you put or you make your goals about other people, you'll never let other people down. It's easy for you to let yourself down. It's easy for you to say, hey, it's January 1st. I'm going to lose 20 pounds over the next few months. And then 3 weeks in, you give up on your diet. You know why? Because your diet was about you. Your diet wasn't about somebody else. It was about you losing weight. And like I said, it's easy to let yourself down. You can say, well, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll get back on the horse tomorrow. I'll do what I got to do tomorrow. And then tomorrow never comes, unfortunately. So your reason why should always be a part of your goal. If you have a big enough reason why, there's no reason why you're never going to hit the goal at the end of the day. And if you do that, trust me, you will achieve your goals. Again, your goal was never about you. It's about somebody else. When you put the weight of the world on your shoulders, at the end of the day, you're going to make sure that you move mountains to be able to achieve what you want to achieve in life. The next key principle, dedication. Again, this sounds cliche, but let me give you an example of what I mean by this. So I remember years ago, I started natural bodybuilding. This is around 2003, 2004, and I've been natural bodybuilding ever since then. At one point, I fell off. I gained like 100 pounds. I was up to like 280 pounds. And then I lost all that weight because I had a reason why. Again, my mother, she was diagnosed with cancer. She eventually passed away in 2017. And at that point, I told myself, I said, you know, here's my mother. She can't do anything about her health, but me, I could do something about it. So I decided to drop that weight and eventually get back into shape. But going back to the moral of the story, years ago, I wanted to start natural bodybuilding and never done anything like it before. A guy in a gym who, you know, he's a legend in the bodybuilding world today. He came to me and said, you know, you need to start bodybuilding because you got the physique for it. So he ended up training me. And within 6 months, I won my first show. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Harder than building a business, harder than having a family, harder than anything. And the reason why it was so hard is because the dedication, the amount of work it took to be able to accomplish the goal. But for me, I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know that I was going to look the way I did within a 6 to 7 month time frame and then ultimately win my first bodybuilding competition. But what I decided to do at that point when I was offered the opportunity was to dedicate myself to it for a period of time. And worst case scenario, I'll be better off than where I started. So it's that dedication and not expecting anything out of it that allowed me to really be able to achieve being Mr. Natural Mania, my first show. Then ultimately Mr. New York City. I don't usually show this picture in the public, but here's a picture of me in my 2004 competition where I won the overall competition for Mr. New York City. Huge accomplishment for me. But this took a lot of dedication. It took a lot of hard work, which we'll talk about in just a minute. And it took not expecting anything out of it, right? I had a goal and I made a decision to dedicate myself to whatever it was. And worst case scenario, I was going to end up better off than when I started in the first place. So that dedication is really the driving force to be able to hit any goal that you want. When you decide that you want to become successful in, let's say, real estate or business in general, and you have a set goal in place, if you dedicate yourself to being able to achieve that goal, there's nothing that can stop you. Again, especially when the goal is not about yourself. So the goal and the dedication had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with me having a 6-pack or an 8-pack or anything like that, even though that was the end result of everything. But I learned how to take care of my body at that point. I learned how to take care of my eating habits. I learned how to exercise the right way so that I can ultimately take care of my family that I was going to have in the future. So it was really about somebody else. Third, hard work. This goes without saying, right? If you don't work hard, then you're not looking to achieve anything, right? And there's obviously a portion of that that's going to tie into working smart as well. To me, working smart is, let's say, skipping a learning curve by hiring a coach to be able to get things done. When I first started bodybuilding, I had a coach. Somebody showed me how to do it the right way. When I first became successful in real estate, somebody showed me how to do it. I copied somebody else's success. Even though I tried it on my own and I had some success, it wasn't until somebody actually showed me how to do it that I achieved what I've been able to achieve over the years. Somebody else showed me how to become successful. But even though they showed me how to do it, I still had to put in the work. I still had to lift the weight. I still had to eat right. I still had to make all the phone calls in order to become successful. I still had to go on all the seller appointments. I still had to do the work. So even if you hire a coach, a business coach, a real estate coach, whatever the case may be, you can't expect the coach to do the work for you. You have to be willing to sacrifice. You have to be willing to put in the time, the effort, the hard work is going to take. You're going to use the coach so that the coach can tell you exactly what to do. They're going to have a bird's eye view on what you're trying to accomplish. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to make things happen. You have to work hard in order to be able to make it happen. And the beautiful part is, just like with diet and exercise, it really only takes, a few months. In my case, it took me 6 to 8 months to be in the best shape of my life. That's 6 to 8 small months out of my life to be able to look incredible. In real estate, it really only took a year for me to get to my first deal, 13 months, in fact. For some of you, it takes less than that. I was just talking with another real estate investor recently on a podcast. She did 6 deals her first month in the business. It doesn't take that long, but you got to dedicate the time and the effort and not be scared to be able to make mistakes and fall on your face, fail forward in order to be able to make things happen. It takes hard work. So it takes having a goal, it takes dedication, and it takes hard work. And guess what? That hard work is not only going to benefit you, it's going to benefit somebody else as well. So again, it's never about you, it's about somebody else. And the fourth cheat code, the fourth reason I've been able to have a ton of success over the years, which we've already talked about, but I'm going to dive into it a little bit more right now, is having a strong partner. Again, I can't mention this enough. My wife played a major part in the success I've been able to have over the years, whether she knows it or not. I've been able to accomplish these things not only because I wasn't doing it for me, I was doing it for her and my kids, but also because I didn't want to let her down, or because of the support that she's been able to provide for me over the years. So to me, again, you might hear people say, I could do this on my own. I could do whatever I want on my own. But really, it takes a team effort in order for you to become successful in what you want to become successful in. So you got to have the right partner. You got to have a strong partner, and your partner needs to be there for you when things are bad. So when things are good, you can celebrate those things together. Even when it came down to mindset, my wife helped me. When I had struggles over the years with staying in the game, keeping my head in the game, and there were times where I wanted to fall off. I wanted to say I quit. My wife didn't let me quit. That's what a strong partner does. And when you have that strong partner to support you and to lift you up, then you'll understand that it takes a team to be able to achieve what you want out of life. So those are the 4 key principles. Obviously, there's a lot more principles that we can go deeper into. But for me, those are the 4 key things that kept me alive over the last 20 plus years being in business. Those are the 4 key things that I feel I continue to use whenever I dive into anything that I want to achieve. I'm telling you, having a strong partner is the cheat code to this whole thing. Having a right wife, having a right partner in general is the cheat code. If you have that and you have all of these other key pillars in place that I talk about in this video, when you apply setting goals, when you apply dedication, when you apply hard work, all of these things, you'll be successful in anything that you set your mind out to. So I know this was a different video than what you're used to, but it was a necessary video because to me, this is where it all starts. If you don't have these things set in your mind first, then it's going to be hard to achieve anything that you set your mind out to do. All right. So I hope that you benefited from this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, leave a comment. Let me know if you agree with some of these things that I talked about in this video. I'm okay with being wrong, but they're not wrong in my eyes. They may be wrong in yours. And if you feel that way, leave a comment in the comment section. If you feel I'm right, leave a comment in the comment section as well. Let's start a conversation regarding this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.